Hi, welcome to Chris Cook for YouTube. Wearing my new shirt today. Chris Cook for YouTube. Let's get started. I got a ton of these. They're going on the website shortly, but I'm in one today. So we're going to be able to get this off of my site. Just want to give you a little heads up before we got into the recipe. Now, let's get started with what I'm cooking today. Is going to be potato appetizer. Okay, really simple to do, really easy, but I think you're truly going to enjoy it. For this dish, you're going to need red skin potatoes, and you want to wash them. You want to scrub the outside because we're going to be using the peel as well as the inside of the potato, and you know it's a lot of nutrients and minerals inside of the potato, so I think that this is going to be a real good recipe. Salt and pepper to taste, of course. You're going to need some green onions, some butter, it's going to be melted, some sour cream, and some bacon bits. That's all you're going to need. Oh, and it was sitting off to the side. You're going to need your favorite kind of shredded cheese. It does not matter if it's mozzarella. I like mozzarella because there's a lot of pull with it. Or if it's cheddar or anything that you want to use, Gouda, anything you want to use, you can use it for this recipe. So I'm going to go away, get my potatoes scrubbed, get them all sliced up, and then I'm going to come back, put together this fast and quick appetizer. Set your oven on 375 because we're going to be using it for 20 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, now I've washed and sliced my potatoes, but this is just how thin you want them, so you really don't want them really thick. This is about the size of them that you would need. Now we're going to bake this in a 375 degree oven, and we're going to do it for roughly about 20 minutes. Now, this is the easy way, and it's the way I just go ahead and do stuff to keep from having to do it like this. Now if you want, you could just go ahead and put butter, melted butter, on both sides of your potato, but I have parchment paper down on here, and what I'm going to do is just put butter on my parchment paper, and once I get it all filled with paper, with butter, I'm going to add a little bit of salt to my parchment paper, and of course I'm going to add some pepper. Now this is just the easier way for me to do it. You don't have to do it this way. Okay, you can go ahead and do yours individually. Then I'm going to take my potatoes and I'm going to put them down on my baking sheet side by side, filling up my baking sheet as much as I can. And you want to put them single layered on the baking sheet. Now I have the parchment paper down there because I don't want the potatoes to burn. So if you put parchment paper up underneath it, you won't have that sticking, effect, and it shouldn't burn. And be careful to make sure that you're taking your potatoes loose and you don't have like two of them stacked like this one. See? So you might just need to check that. Then when you get all of your potatoes laid down on your baking sheet, then you're going to put butter on this side. This was just a faster way for me to do it, but you don't have to do it that way. You can do yours individually if that's what you choose to do. That would be fine. Now we're not going to use the condiments that we have sitting off to the side, which is your sour cream, your green onions, which we've cut up, your cheese, and this is bacon bits, but this is real bacon bits that you just buy in the store. If you prefer to just make your own bacon and then thin slice it, you can go ahead and do it. I have enough for 2 pans, so I'm going to make 2 pans. So I'm going to take some more of my butter, and I'm just going to layer it on top of my potatoes. And see, it was just a little bit easier for me to do this. Now you can use this as a snack, you can use it as a side dish, you can use it as a complete meal. If you have company coming over, you can use it if you're going to be serving hors d'oeuvres. You can just go ahead and use this as an hors d'oeuvre. I think that if you try this, you are truly going to like it. You can also change the flavor by changing the seasonings that you put on this. Say for instance you want to put a little bit of garlic, you want it to have a garlicky taste, go ahead and do that. You want to put a little thyme, a little bit of rosemary, go ahead and do that. Okay, now that I have put the butter and the salt and pepper on both sides. I'm going to put this in my oven 375 degrees for 20 minutes, and this will cook up. Why am I doing that? Because you don't want to put the cheese down on the potato now, because the potato is not done. By the time the cheese melt, the potato still won't be done. So you want to pre-cook your potatoes, hold them. Once it's pre-cooked, then you want to add whatever condiments you're going to add. And in this case, it's going to be my cheese, my onions, and of course, my bacon bits. When it comes out, then we'll add the sour cream, and we got something that's going to be good. So I'll be back in 20 minutes and show you what it looks like. Be right back. Okay, now I'm back and my potatoes are done. How do you know when they're done? I did let them stay in for 30 minutes instead of 20 at 375. Because see how that shakes? When that shakes like that, that's done. Because you don't want them as rigid as they was when you first put them in there. You know, they weren't shaking at all. If you get a little brown color on them, that's good. That's even more tasty. But as long as they shake, that's done enough for you to do. So now you want to go into preparation. What you want to do is you want to put bacon bits on all of your potatoes. Now, you want to be able to hold your bacon bits and your onions in place with your cheese. Because you know once the cheese melts, it's going to hold all of these in place. This is a very simple, easy hors d'oeuvre, but it's one that will fill you up because you're dealing with potatoes. So it's going to fill you up. But it's easy to make. It's quick to make. If you have just like a night out where everybody's just coming to your house to just have a little good get together, or if it's your children for movie night, or no matter what it is, if you just want to make something to munch on, or something for your husband to have a snack as soon as he get in because dinner's not ready, this would be the perfect go-to dish, and it would be one that he would truly enjoy. Who does not like real bacon, not imitation bacon? We're using real bacon bits, and we're using everything else to be real, your cheese, and of course your sour cream, as well as your garden onions. If you don't have garden onions, don't worry about it. Go ahead and just chop up an onion real fine and put it down. Okay, how quick and easy was that? Now once you feel like you've had a reasonable amount of bacon put on top, and some may want more bacon than others, you know what your family really would like, so that's how much you would put on there. Then we're going to put a little bit of these onions. This was only 2 stalks of green onions because you're not really using a lot of it. You're just using enough to kind of give you a little bit of an oniony taste, and you're using the white part of the onion as well as the green part of the onion because both of them have good flavor in it. So you're getting good flavor with this, and of course you did put salt and pepper down on it, and you got butter, so this flavor is going to come through real good anyway. So you want to go ahead and finish chopping all of these. Now, so if your family members don't like onions, then just find something else to use. But this is really good, especially when you're using the onions and with the bacon, and then with that butter that's on there, all of that, and of course with the potato. Tastes kind of like it. Well, really it does. It tastes like a loaded baked potato, because what we're going to do, we're going to top this off with some sour cream. Now, how good is that going to be? And then we're going to have everybody just have their own little serving of this appetizer. Trying to get that back up on the plate, but you don't really need to do it. I think I covered everything. Okay. Now, once you get that done, then you're going to go ahead, trying to use up everything, you know. I don't believe in throwing away nothing. Okay, I think I covered everything. All right, now you're going to go ahead, and I told you, use whatever cheese you want to use. You want to top this with some cheese. Now we're going to put this back in the oven. We're going to do it at that 375 for just about 5-6 minutes. Then we're going to take it out. We can serve it hot or we can serve it cold. But I guarantee you, any type way you serve it, this is one that you would truly enjoy. I think I didn't put any green tomatoes on, green onions on that. So there, I'll go ahead and put just a little bit. Now you can top this with anything that you want. I think it's really, really good the way that I told you, but just go into your refrigerator. Don't buy stuff. Just go into your refrigerator and make an appetizer or make something that you can use. You'd be amazed at how many items that you have in your refrigerator that can truly make a meal. And you don't throw away when you're cooking and a recipe and you have some leftover ingredients. Don't throw that away, especially when you have leftover chicken or leftover anything. I could have taken and put some leftover chicken down on this. This would have been equally as good. Leftover pot roast, it would have been equally as good. I'm using bacon bits, but any kind of meat I would have had leftover in my refrigerator, I would have used it. Okay, now that I have all of these ready, I'm going to go ahead and pop this back into the oven for 5 minutes. And at the end of 5 minutes, I'm going to take it out, bring you back, put some sour cream on this, and good. So there they are. I'm going to go ahead and pop them back in the oven for 5 minutes, 375, and I'll be right back when it finishes. Okay, now I'm back and it's out of the oven, and look at these. Oh my goodness. These are really, look at that mozzarella. That's what I get. I dropped some out trying to show it. Look at that mozzarella just oozing down the side. That really looks delish. Because once that cheese melts, oh my goodness, that really looks delish. These are very, very hot because I just took them out of the oven. Now, my daughter, she eats hers a little bit differently than I eat mine. So here we put down some of these so she can eat it. And she wants hers with ranch. So there is some ranch for her. Now for me, get this up. I don't want ranch. I want good old sour cream. So I'm going to put down just a little bit of dab of sour cream on each one of these. And then we're going to go to town. So if you're looking for something that's going to be quick and easy, something that you can serve as an appetizer if you have invited guests over, or if you just want to do something for that family time, you want to do something special and something different, why don't you try this? Because along with tasting good, it's going to fill them up, not for a long time, but it will fill them up for a minute. So there you have it. Chris is making the appetizer, potato skin appetizers or potato appetizers. And don't forget to leave the skin on because there's so many nutrients found in the skin. Just make sure that you scrub it. Okay, that's what Chris has for you today. And as always, don't forget about my shirt. It'll be coming soon. Thank you for watching Chris Cook for You Too. Bye.